Hey, Trinity Church. Last year at our annual Vision Builders event, Pastor Joe and Pastor Nancy shared with us a vision for a new campus over at Highland Park. By the grace of God, that vision has been executed, and we now have this beautiful, amazing facility in a wonderful neighborhood that God's blessed us with. And it's fun to see that people are actually walking to church. And we thought that maybe in our first 6 months, we might average around 40 people in attendance. And as it turns out, in less than 5 months, we're averaging over 80 people in attendance at Highland Park.
Pastor Derek, that is a really good start. But
Thank
don't forget, over at our Uptown campus, we're seeing more than 400 people every single Sunday participate with us in person. And online, we're seeing more than 220 people join in.
That's impressive. Those are big numbers, very impressive. Well, in our very short history over at Highland Park, we've held one water baptism service with one person water baptized.
And 51 baptisms over at our Uptown campus.
Once again, those are impressive numbers. Over at Highland Park, however, we've held our first child dedication service and one child dedicated.
That's great, Pastor Derek. And another 16 at the Uptown campus.
Okay, that's impressive as well. Well, how about this, Pastor Matthew? Over at Highland Park, we've had 2 neighborhood outreaches, and between those 2 outreaches, more than 500 people have attended.
And did you also know that our women's ministry, the Beautiful Ministry, is really re-engaged this year? They've held multiple events and reached more than 300 women, 350 women to be exact, in 2023.
Those are big numbers. Between the 2 of us and our 2 campuses, our small group system has really been elevated this past year. We currently have 32 small groups meeting all over the city, some in homes, some in businesses, and some of them are meeting on our 2 campuses. This represents more than a 56% increase in small group activity.
We're really excited what God's doing in our small group ministry, also in what He's doing in our youth ministry and our children's ministry. We took another big group of youth members to camp this summer. We saw more than 100 kids participate in Vacation Bible School this year. It's pretty cool to see all this happening, Pastor Derek.
Yeah, that's spectacular. Pastor Matthews, we've been preaching the gospel at both campuses and online in our online venue. We've seen more than 600 people make decisions.
And we've also seen 75 people make a decision to commit to membership at Trinity this year.
Spectacular.
Which is phenomenal.
That is.
And throughout the history of the church, we're a generous body. Trinity Church is serious about reaching the nations, both locally and globally. And for the 28th year running, we fulfilled every one of our vision partner commitments, which we're really proud of that fact. And we've also, when you add it all up, for the history of the church, we've given more than $3 million to local and global missions.
Wow.
And these are just some of the highlights that we wanted to share with you today in anticipation of what God's going to do in the future.
Pastor Matthew, our past is a story of the amazing faithfulness of Christ.
That's right. And the present that we're walking in is evidence of the Holy Spirit moving, that He is at work.
And we believe that our future is anointed with the promises of God.
And we also believe, Trinity Church, that the best really is yet to come.